Now he turns up.
I was here ages ago.
Now he turns up.
Finally showed up. I ran the 6 p.m. GT3 race.
Did you just...
Actually, well,
You what?
finished pretty well. The pace is pretty strong.
Did you get I rating?
I did. I gained 43.
Whoa!
I finished 5th in 26 cars in a 3.4k soft.
Jesus, that's a decent soft, eh?
So the only people... The people ahead of me were 9k, 6k, 5.5k, and 3.3k. The one driver ahead of me was lower already. Though I did seem to be losing pace in the last like 5 laps, so I felt like I was
pushing the tyres.
Yeah, fucking my tires up. But I held a guy off. Had a crack at me on that. What do you call it? The end of Conrod on the last lap.
You've got wheel damage.
It seemed like he didn't want to throw away his whole race for that one position. He sort of... I defended the inside. He went outside but didn't brake very late. So we just let it happen.
He was just fishing.
Yeah. He was like, see if I can make him overshoot and fuck up. And I did. Fair enough.
Are you getting in VR?
I will if we're going to do it.
That way I might be able to hear you when the engine's running.
What are you driving?
Yeah, race.
Sprint race, short one, up at quarter past.
No. I can't even do a stint without crashing, so how about I get that done first? Oh my god, the car is fucking garbage!
Alright, I'm gonna get in VR and I'll come do some laps.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be long, but because it's already 10, so... Yep. But my brake settings, that's why.
I'm back.
Oh my god, the brakes are so sensitive in terms of a couple of clicks on the Fanatec pedal. You know the Fanatec brake setting?
Yeah.
And how I've been switching them has been giving me a bit of grief in either. So I've made it a bit stronger for the Formula Ford. Because you know I said if I just leave it and boot it up, it's got some weird setting, and then if I make one change, like it's my setting is 90. That's where it was. It was 90. It was always 90. But when I don't, since changing the pedals, or not, sorry, the wheel, it seems to default back to something higher, which I got used to. But it's not. It wasn't working for the Ferrari, so I started to change it, and ultimately I changed it back to 90. But if I change it from 90 to 89 back to 90, that feels different to just I've booted the computer up and it says that it's 90.
Right.
But it's not actually 90.
Yeah.
So when I set it to something like 95, that's closer to...
Is it just on 100 when you boot it up?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, I don't know what else it would just default to.
Yeah, it'd be weird to not default to something else like that. That thought crossed my mind. So if I don't touch it, I can race the Formula Ford and I'm okay. But if I'm swapping in and out of the two cars, if I don't touch it, then I can't drive the Ferrari at all. And if I do fuck with the Ferrari, then it fucks with the Formula Ford brake. So at the moment, changing it to 95, 94 seems to work for the Formula Ford. I just have to change it back to about 88 for the Ferrari, which is fucking weird that it makes such a difference. I'm assuming that's just all muscle memory from my brake pressure.
As long as you know what you need to set it to for Saturday, so you don't go into the race.
And remember to do it, not get into my stint and go, oh shit, I fucking forgot it. Oh, that was the question. So it's Saturday, is it?
Yes. Session starts at 8 a.m. our time, 9
So
a.m.
7:30
your
Rego?
time. Yes.
Oh, sorry, 8:30 my time.
But only one person needs to can register the whole team.
Yeah. So who likes to get up early?
I get up early.
I don't. I just want to get up and start the stream and go back to bed. We don't even have an order yet.
Oh yeah. We should at least have a schedule with rough times so people know when they need to be there.
I'll be around anyway. I'll only get up and eat for short periods of time.
I will probably be at the computer like 80% of the race, and then the rest will just be to have a little break.
Stretch the legs.
But at least knowing when your next stint is coming is useful. I might make the normal proper spreadsheet that we use just because we know what it is, but we probably won't use most of it. It'll just be the schedule.
Yep. So I joined the official 12-hour practice session. That was a mistake.
Why?
Because it's dark.
Oh, it's set for race start time?
Yes.
Well, actually, we also got to decide who's going to start, because they should do some practice at that time.
Yes. Agreed. All I know is it won't be me. Oh, it's a wall.
I guess it's probably either going to be me
or
Jake or JB.
I don't
Is
think
Jake doing any
JB's up.
practice?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jake is one of those assholes that doesn't need to do much practice.
yeah, we still got to... He doesn't need to do much practice to go fast.
He will.
You still got to be able to do a whole stint.
Yeah, be worried about me, and I've done fucking several hours.
Does he want to do the start? Because I'm happy for him to...
I think he's up the shower at the moment.
But if nobody else wants to, I'm always up for it.
You're here. If you want it, it's there to be taken.
I feel like I'm the default, so I'm happy to give it to anybody else whenever anybody else wants it.
Well, I don't want it. I just don't care. Well, so long as I'd be happy with one stint. Honestly, if I just got in, did a stint, I could say that I did it. Well, if I had done more prep and I was much more comfortable in the car, I'd be more inclined to do more. I might do a VRS race with Don later. Don got protested in February, early in the month.
Oh.
Apparently, someone didn't like my name. I think it was one of the Formula... I don't know.
Was it like upheld? Did they tell you and say...
No, they sent me an email. I didn't respond because I only just found it tonight. And they haven't done anything yet. They sent me another email. I might respond, but I'm not responding at this point.
Surely it's someone who knows it.
Oh, he's still in the race. Well, the paint he's doing that life, and so is the name.
Because I was gonna say like Don at life is not necessarily like a blatant obvious like false name, but yeah, I guess if you look at the paint, it becomes pretty obvious.
How fucking sad do you have to be? There's a guy that I reckon that's in the session. I don't know who it is.
I think I don't know if I'd ever call it, but I could imagine people being unhappy if it's just like literally just meme names. Like there's a reason iRacing go with real names. But if the car is like Donate Life and somebody's got an account that's like literally Donate Life, it's like, okay, well there's an account for that like, team. Like,
yeah, you're not allowed to have team though. I remember had Donate Life Racing as a name and they didn't like that. How butthurt do you have to be to protest a name? And I thought, oh, maybe I rubbed him up in the race. No, 0 incident race.
I mean, maybe he just like assumes it must be a Smurf account, like the whole.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I was racing with Don that particular week. So what?
She's probably not necessarily protesting the name as much as protesting having a Smurf account.
But what?
Smurf accounts aren't legal.
Yeah.
I thought those.
They're not legal. Not against the code.
I think they're against the spirit of competition.
Well, again, if they could give me a free spectating account, I'd happily not have it. But they won't. So, like, well, if I'm going to pay for it, I'm going to fucking race it. Oh, it's a fucking... Hey, that's not you. God, going slow. I tipped it in to the S's and he just slowed down so much I had to take the I had to straight line it to not run into him.
Got the fastest lap of the session by a mile.
Who's that?
By 1,000.
Yeah.
I'm about to increase the lead to a 10th.
Just hit the fastest lap. 4.77.
You must still be running your VRS race set though.
Well, we loaded the full fuel.
Why are you not escaping, you fucking muppet?
I didn't touch it, dude.
I think I actually did. No,
I didn't hear his reply. What did he say?
I also didn't exactly hear what he said the first time, but I'm assuming he thought I hit him.
He might have said sorry, you don't know.
Maybe.
Probably not.
He was just losing it, and I got right up behind him, and then he like went completely off the track. But I never actually touched him. But maybe he was apologizing for losing it in front of me.
Maybe. That's certainly not like an iRacer.
No.
Slow car ahead.
Just use the clutch to shift then. Every now and again when I just tune out. This is not going to have the bop on it, is it?
No, not if we're in a VRS. Wait, is this a VRS session?
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't be able to run full fuel anyway. It'd just be limited to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
True that.
So I'm running our setup, but whatever it capped the fuel to.
Yeah.
Which is what I ran in the race before. I didn't change anything. The P1 and 2 were 30 seconds ahead of me at the end of the race, though.
Fucking hell.
Fucking.
That's almost a second a lap.
Yep. It's like 7 or 8 tanks or something. Fucking monsters.
9k, you'd expect it.
Especially 9k in G. Like if that's 9k in GT3 racing, that's a fucking fast driver.
Yeah. Who was it?
It wasn't a familiar name. Which is kind of crazy now that 9k drivers are just like a, well, don't know.
Well, they're up
Yeah,
to
anyway.
11k now, so he's not even 10. Yeah, Sam's just 9k. Sorry, Sam. Love you.
Seen any of their fun testing?
Yeah, we've watched it before.
So Max had the fastest lap and then he didn't even fast a lap. I feel like. Probably like, yeah, Max, don't go out there and show them too much speed. And he's just like, oh,
Sandbagging, remember? I
You
was
guys go to
sandbagging.
Grinnell, you have to slow down. He's like, yeah, I'll lift it on this straight.
That is me sandbagging.
Yeah. With their new like side pod design and air inlet thing at the front, I saw a picture. It was like a photo of Adrian Newey on the grid looking at the Mercedes car, and the caption just like, "I can fix her."
It's just got an eyebrow. That's the only difference. Is it's got
Yeah.
those skinny things with an eyebrow. That Mercedes go back to it and put an eyebrow on it. They'll be alright.
And Mercedes have an interesting front wing.
No, I didn't really look at that. I don't think I actually sat down and saw.
The commentators were talking about it at one point when I looked at it. It's because in the regulations, I think it just says that all the elements on the wing have to be connected at both ends, like to the nose and to the end.
Oh, yeah.
But Mercedes' top element basically turns into just like a string, like super thin, about halfway along.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then it's just this tiny little like string width piece of carbon fiber connecting to the nose. So it's sort of, it's like the old little sort of small elements they used to have at the top of the wing. but it's technically
brakes
connected.
at the start, but if it breaks during the race, we'll be forced to fix it.
I guess if it's a piece of carbon fibre that might fall off, they'd probably have to. But I'm assuming they know how to make stuff out of carbon fibre at this point.
No, I know, but if you design something that intentionally breaks,
right.
You pass at the start of the race, but it's broken. Like there'd be cars that have finished with broken wings before, but yet have not been disqualified because their wing no longer meets spec. It's like, well, we had an accident, but like I wonder if there's anything around. Well, we started the race; it was attached.
Yeah.
We bumped someone and it broke. Yeah.
I don't think it'd be designed to break. It's meant to just basically not be there. It's as thin as they can make it. Interesting. I assume if the regulations say it has to be connected with both ends, all of the aerodynamic people would have said, well, we just got to connect it. It doesn't have to be wide the whole way. We can try and, surely the other teams will get similar designs.
Yeah. Well, they will now anyway.
Yeah.
Is that something we can utilise? Yeah. Nah. Once you're taking 1 kilometre too much, there's no.
Yeah, I think I had 2 or 3 laps in my race where I got to that point where it needs to grip up and turn in, and it didn't, and I just had to wait and just run that wide line around the outside. Because you're not in the camber if you run it a little bit too wide, so as soon as you've gone in too hot, it's way slower.
I've just been trying a wider arc in there, but it's not working for me now. Careful. I've got to start thinking about overusing the fronts.
I think that's what I'm doing.
Jesus, did we just start to slide? Oh, fuck me. Oh my god. Hit the wall on turning, touch the wall on apex.
Oh fuck.
Save it.
Well, it's a fine save. Ooh. Probably got damage from that one.
Oh, you're not dead yet. Oh, you get a
Yeah, I just got a chief. Tell me I got damage.
if that'll work when you're spotting.
I think all of the chief stuff turns off if somebody spots you.
No, I meant that if you're spotting me, if you could push your button and get you to get Chief to tell you if there's damage, because I don't have it. I guess this stint doesn't count.
Now on your left. Clear on the left. Left side.
Why not?
Clear.
Because it's only half a stint.
Oh yeah. Are you out of fuel?
I have got 4 laps.
It's still a good enough stint to do the VRS race.
Uhuhen is gone.
Uhuhen?
Telling me around, not the other way around. Why? Because I gapped you. You had 0.5, didn't you? 0.4.5 going up.
Yeah, I definitely lost time in the high-speed corners across the top to the
Load. Fuck, I just forgot what gear to take it in. Fucking hell. That cost. Forgot how many click downs.
technical term for a gear shift. Click down.
Click down, man.
car, 15, just set the passing way.
So without that mistake, you probably would have been second.
Yeah. Whoa, we're in tight. It's just not gripping the fronts there enough to.
I didn't make the fucking left-hand turn.
Ouch. I'm gonna see if anyone's on the lap. I'll run out in pit lane. Or down Conrod. We're at a lap 3-4. Might be close.
I'm using 3.5.
It's an interesting line.
Didn't quite make the wall.
No, you don't anymore. What are you? 349 was my last fuel lap.
That's pretty good.
Three, 4, 8. Oh. Apparently I'm going to run out of fuel as I cross the line.
Oh, you just ran out. I thought you meant you had.
No. I got 1. I got 1.0 as I crossed the line. Gonna cough. I feel like I need to cross the line now just to sort of see where it will go. Oh Zeus, fuck. Oh.
Car on the right. Car stop on the right.
Oh dear, that's. Oh, no, I didn't get that thing. Damn it. Oh, damn it. 3/10 that lift cost.
I'll help you out.
There's no way to get it on 3/10.
Clear.
Oh. Your lights on. Oh no, I got 0.6, I got heaps. Point 4. 0.3. There it goes.
Car right. Clear on the right.
I was helping you out.
Oh yeah, how exactly was that helping me out?
I was pushing you along.
Want to be protesting that.
I thought I'd follow you really close through that final corner just to try. And it went way better than I expected. I'd never follow someone that close in a race, but maybe I need to get more
good cat.
practice. More practice of just fucking sitting close.
It's good for someone you know where they break.
Because I was able to sit like right on your ass the whole way through the corner. It never really felt like I was going to hit you either. It felt pretty controlled.
and I got out of your way, and then you followed me. That's a protest.
I was already pushing you at that point, and then you turned and hit the brakes. You brake checked me. That's a protest.
All right, you protest that and see where it gets you.
I wonder if they run trading paints when they look at the protests.
Well, I must, surely. There's no other way that you could prove that my name was fake. They would have had to have written that in the protest. And either Nim would have absolutely, or whoever, would have absolutely had to have verified it.
What did their email to you say? Did they say they want you to change the name?
Yep. Yeah, I'll read it to you. Did I say it was? It was February. Early Feb. What account was it? Where's search? Where the fuck is the search function? Control F, eh? No. Control F is forward. Didn't receive folder. I literally can't remember how to search. Like, where's find? Like, how can something so simple like a search so fucking hard to find? Oh, was it this one? Might not have been this one actually. So yeah, it's not this one. Okay, wrong window. Email filters, email accounts. It is Don. Don at Life email. Check. Pretty sure it was this one. Yep. Protest. You ready?
Yep.
Filed against driver, Don Atloff. Session 2nd of January. Session type, blah. Violation type, competition issue. Description, fake name account. Boarding code, some others. Attachment. So it was, I believe, Peter Maddox. Or someone else that's been pinged before. When you initially sign up for iracing, it appears you do not use your proper first and last names. So that was on the 4th of January. Wait, what? Is that right? How does that work? Oh, that might just be local time versus this. So they might have sent it. Okay. My second there first, maybe, but fuck, that was quick. So they haven't said anything since. So I'm just going to ignore it for now. If they say anything again, I will show them the email that said where I can use. So that was the other email. Was they basically said you can use something that resembles a name or what's the word? Yeah, an AKA.
Yeah.
If you are concerned with privacy. So they've said that to me in an email before when I didn't change the last one. I still cannot get over the fact that they keep saying you must use your last name and then sign off sincerely iracing. Like, it blows my mind that that someone would tell you how important real names are and then not use one.
I can see that though. It's a bit different because they're representing iracing. They're not speaking on their own behalf.
No,
they are
you
speaking
sign
on
off.
iracing. That is iracing's opinion, essentially. It's not their opinion. They just happen to be.
Do you sign off your emails at work with the company name and not your own name? No, you don't. You don't send emails to customers.
No, I don't send emails. Full stop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a nice fucking gig if you can get it.
Well,
let me tell you how it works in the real world. You send emails and you use your real name.
If I sent an email, I would probably put my name at the end. And
You
I'm pretty
would.
sure by default I have like a company.
I've been doing it for
Thingy-mabob at the
30
bottom.
fucking years. You do.
But
I don't send an email to my customer saying, thanks very much, Westpac. Or whatever the company name is. That was just an example. I'm not suggesting that that's who I work for at all.
I agree. I don't think it's weird either way. If they put.
Oh, I do. I think it's very disrespectful.
Oh, no, I don't see that at all. I see them as.
All right, please
essentially
use your real name and then not use one. Like, if you're going to get on your high horse and tell me how important names are.
But it's in an entirely different environment. It's easy.
It's not.
You can 100% say something is applicable over there in that environment from a different environment and not follow those same rules.
I don't agree. You're in a customer service role. You say, you need to do this, and you say, cheers, Jesus, for Hingo, because all their outsourced is outsourced. Or Steve. Hey, dear person, we really appreciate you using your real name. Steve, support person, iracing. Like, it's just fucking respect.
Must be a generational thing. I don't see it.
You must be working in a customer service orientated industry that does it. Clearly you don't service customers, but let me tell you, when you do, you don't turn around and say you must do this and then don't do it in the same email that you send to the customer. It's incredibly disrespectful.
No, because they're not saying you must use your email. You must use your name in your emails when you communicate with us.
No, but if you're saying you're representing the company, you're saying
it's a
to
different
me,
environment. Rules aren't the same in every environment.
I'm not saying it's a rule, Sean. I'm saying it's fucking respect. If you have something in your service that you're expecting of your customers, and then you tell them that they must do it or you can get the fuck off my service, and then you don't have the courtesy or respect to then sign off with your name.
No, it's entirely different. Those staff members, when they're using the service, would have their real names on. Like when you race, you see Nim.
You are completely missing the point.
He's following the same rules. It doesn't apply to the emails.
It's not a rule. I'm not saying it's a fucking rule, Sean. You are missing the point.
But you're saying they must do this thing.
I'm not saying they must do it. I'm saying it's disrespectful when you don't.
That sounds like a rule. It's a thing that you expect them to do.
Yes.
That's a rule.
No. Not in the context that you're saying it is.
How is it not?
How is it? You just said that it should be a rule. That
You're
they
saying
are.
it is. You're saying
You're saying
they don't do
iRacing
it.
is should put a rule for their emails as well as the service. That's not. It's totally irrelevant.
You're saying, by your standards, you expect
Yes.
them to put their name.
Yes.
So
Yes.
your rule is that their name should be at the end of the email.
No, it's not a
Yes.
rule. It's not.
That's what it is. If you say that that's what you expect, then that's a rule. That's what
No,
a
it's
rule
not.
is.
No, you're suggesting that that they're breaking some sort of rule that I've magically created.
Well, they are to you. Like,
No, it's
from
not
your
a rule.
point of view, they are breaking that rule because
No.
you are unhappy when they do
No.
that.
No,
And it's not up to.
not a
It's
rule.
not. It's not satisfactory for you. Therefore,
That's
it's
right.
a rule
It's not.
for
It's
you.
not therefore, it's a rule. No.
That's what a rule is. You're
No,
just
it's
ignoring
not.
the definition of
a
a rule.
No. Well, show me the definition of a rule.
Okay.
Because I think you've just made up a definition of a rule.
That's my rule.
Just creating parameters for the sake of your argument.
So I just googled rule. First result, top definition. One set of explicit or understood regulation or principles governing a conduct or procedure. So you
A
expect
conduct or procedure.
them to follow the procedure of putting their name in the email
No.
because... Yeah.
Oh, JB will fucking settle this.
What have I got to say? Yeah, what?
I'm going through the chase. Is it the chase? Chase.
Warwick-
I
Warwick
have
says
brought up
he's
an old wound of iRacing demanding that I use my real name
Yeah.
and then sign off with the generic sincerely iRacing. And I said that was disrespectful. And Sean said that I created a rule and they were breaking some rule. I don't
what
know.
that
Some
is.
shit, I don't know. He's trying to create some sort of weird definition of something. And I just simply said it was disrespectful. The end. Which it is.
So in your
No
mind...
rule that I created.
Yeah, you just made it up. You just said...
I didn't just make a rule up.
It is. That's how this works. It's your expectation of how they conduct themselves. That's,
Yes, it's not a
Your
rule that I
rules-
created that I expect. I'm a customer.
I don't know what you...
I don't create the
a rule.
rules.
A rule doesn't have to be some, like, explicitly written down
A
thing.
rule is a defined set of thingamabobbers that the two
Yeah.
groups agree on before they commence.
No,
We
there's
didn't
no-
agree on
no-
shit.
There's no two groups required. It's just your...
I'm using a sporting analogy where there would be, say, two teams or two opponents, for example.
Right.
But
But
you
in
have
this-
two parties, generally,
In this case,
in an
you're...
agreement. But you're suggesting that there was some sort of pre-agreement.
No, your internal or your, like, personal set of rules as to
No,
how
they're not
emails
rules.
are conducted
No, not
has
rules.
been broken,
and they're not,
which is why
not
you're
rules
unhappy.
and not mine.
They are yours.
They're not.
You're
They're
the
not
one
mine.
who's unhappy about
They are a
putting
set
your name
of rules. I'm doing those air quotes while I say that, by the way, dripping with sarcasm. It's not a set of rules that I created. It's just a set of rules that are in the general vicinity of business, in a customer business relationship that all of them are following. Most good businesses follow.
You say that, but I would never even... It wouldn't even register to me that they did that. It's not
Yeah,
a
but
thing that
you're-
I even expect or
You're not in the
care
customer
about.
service industry.
But this is my point. You're unhappy. No, like,
Because
it's not
I'm
an
in a-
inherent
yeah.
thing.
It is,
must happen.
it is an inherent thing. You're just the exception to the rule. I did the air quote
See?
things again.
It's a fucking rule. That's why
I just did the air
sentence
quote
made
things,
sense.
hinting at sarcasm.
Yeah, but it was what you were going to say regardless. It was how that sentence goes.
No. I chose it purposefully because I am smart, intelligent, and articulate. And you have successfully sidetracked the real point of the argument, and that iRacing suck dick. Sorry, iRacing support suck dick.
But I've never had to deal with that.
That is a figure of speech and not a literalisation.
Have you two done
An
that?
Australian colloquialism.
And if you
You
do
two
suck
done-
dick, that's an error.
And we do not frowned upon the sucking of dick. No, I am getting my thing out, so...
Is he getting
Your
his
dick out,
dick
yeah.
out?
Yeah, my dick out, yeah.
Hey, is there a setup for this?
Oh, fuck me.
For what?
For,
the same setup we've
you know,
been using the whole time.
what, you're out there on 100 and whatever litres?
Yes, yes we are.
Caps you whenever you load the setup. Should I do the 10 p.m. race? Is the real question.
Did you do the 8 o'clock?
I did the 6 o'clock.
What was it like?
It was pretty good. I got a pretty good result. I
Okay.
felt like my pace was dropping off at the end. I felt like I must have been overdoing the tyres compared to the guys around me. But result was still good.
These young kids, man, they don't expect much from anything, and they wonder why they get walked all over. I worry about the next generation. Zero expectation of quality, manners, all gone. The earth is doomed, JB.
Oh shit, it doesn't matter. It's all just
Doomed.
formalities that people made
Doomed.
up. They're unnecessary.
Respect.
You coming out short?
Get off my lawn.
I was just trying to reset my VR thing, but it didn't work. Oh, it did work. It's just not. No, I'm not gonna come out. I'm probably gonna jump off now.
And do his race.
No, I'm not gonna do the race. Restart, but by the time I restart, I'm not gonna wanna bother.
You'll have had enough. So what was our rate? Well, it's midday, isn't it, the race?
Yeah, it was during the day. Yeah. I don't know what.
What was the good field? Was it,
Yeah, I think it was 4 splits when I did it. 3.4 case off. I came 5th.
does that give you an IR gain? I guess it would.
Yeah, I got 43. There was one guy who beat me who had a lower IR than me, and then the other guys who beat me were like 6, 9, and 5k. So
I've noticed in the sessions I've been in, the I rating not been a general good indicator.
yeah, there was a few outliers. There was one guy that was like 2k that was ahead of me, but he must have crashed. I don't know, or maybe he fucked his pit stop. Or maybe he's just purposefully tanking his I rating before the event.
You got a penalty for cutting.
So yeah, I mean it's the kind of thing where people come out to do the special events who don't do officials, so you get outliers. But I mean, there's 26 cars in the split. Most of which are sort of in the 3 to 5k range, and I finished towards the front, so it felt like my I rating was pretty
Like a good result.
respectful.
Yeah.
Well, not respectful,
Indicative.
You would never respect if it ran you down in the street.
respective, or whatever.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Relatively accurate. Which I was kind of surprised with. I actually was mentally prepared for just like not getting, no, just sort of not being fast enough to gain. But yeah, like there's a ton of guys that were like just slower than me, all sort of in the 3k range. So I think my pace was about right for 4k. And it was all very clean. I don't think there was very many crashes at all.
I've done a couple of stints last few days. Jumped in the session with a bunch of what's his name? Ben. Pretty fast too, but Greg Stewart, Jordan Pugh, Warwick, those guys.
Yeah,
are
I
there.
saw Greg online doing
Yeah.
the track.
But I've been working on seeing how well I can do saving fuel.
I thought we agreed that you didn't need to.
We get 30 laps by coast.
don't need to. We just need to get to the hour mark.
Yeah,
but-
I don't think.
Well, let me finish. What I'm saying is I found I was actually faster on my coasting lap than on laps where I tried to push it.
He's not out braking himself.
Yeah.
Overdriving.
But I'd like to have a bit of feeling. Okay, I'll push this lap. And I wasn't going any faster. Like you say, probably overdriving.
I know Dennis always, whenever we did these, he would always go faster fuel saving, which I think is indicative of overdriving when you're not saving. Because
Right.
by all measures, you should be slower when you fuel save.
It should be, yeah. So. No, you disagree?
Oh, yeah, I think if you're doing it properly, you don't go slower. What you make up for lifting, no, you brake deeper.
Yeah, but you still the average speed from like over the whole straight will still be lower. It will be. You minimize time lost by braking later.
I did.
If you could lift and coast earlier to go just as fast, you'd coast for like the second half of the straight. Like, why would you not lift earlier and brake even? And then if you continue down that path, it would get to the point where you dip. Coast all the way until you don't even have to brake at all, and you're
What's the rule of diminishing returns?
It's not diminishing returns. It's just not logical. It's lower to fuel save.
Nope. Not if you're doing it right.
You minimize your time lost by braking later.
Nope.
You cannot go as fast while fuel saving.
Nope. Yep. Of course you can.
No, you can't. It's physics.
Nope.
Sean, I did some observations of speed loss over that coasting period, and I was dropping on average about 6 kilometres in the 100 metres over that 100 metres. But as Warwick says, I was braking slightly deeper, but more importantly, I was just smoother, and maybe that's just indicative of me not being smooth when I should be when I'm pushing. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, if you were able to replicate that smoothness while also braking at your normal non-lifting brake point, you would be faster.
Nope.
Because on that session with all those guys, and those guys are typically faster than me, I was faster than all of them on my 100-litre coasting experience. Like significantly faster. I was over half a second.
I wonder if there's an element of conserving your tyres. I mean, fuel saving shouldn't relate to saving tyres, but I think there's just a mental thing where you're just not pushing as hard when you're fuel saving, and
Maybe
you
that's
sort of
it.
just intuitively are better on the tyres, and maybe you're just braking better because of it or something. I don't know.
I did notice there was a difference in how well I could fuel save in the morning and the midday session. Morning was a lot harder to fuel save. I guess
more grip.
might
You're on
make
the
sense.
throttle.
You're faster.
You're on the throttle for longer.
Yes.
Yeah.
More grip. When the session's grippier, you're on it more.
Speaking of those guys, Martin Davis just turned up.
I did. That's what I said, Marty.
In that race I did before, at the end of the race, the top two guys finished like nose to tail, a tenth apart. Then there's a 25-second gap back to P3, and then 25 seconds takes you from P3 to like P15.
Okay.
So it was kind of like the top two were just in a different league, and then the majority of the field were kind of not too different in terms of their like average speed. Like each person was not that far from the person in front in like a fairly long train.
I had a little epiphany too with the elbow, and probably part due to my coasting thing. But on the last bit of the elbow, I'm holding the brake too long, so my cornering speed's a little bit too low, and I'm compromised on the exit because of it. So I found if I lift off the brake and trust that the car's going to turn before I put throttle on, it actually hooks me quite nicely through the elbow. You guys coasting for a fraction there, or is it just brake and then power as soon as you can?
I think my whole problem is that I'm coasting because that's what works for the Formula Ford. You can't get on the gas because you understeer. So my muscle memory is brake and coast and gentle on the throttle until it's rotated and then on. And that's what I've been struggling with, is trying to figure out what this fucking piece of shit car likes. Does it like trail braking all the way into the apex? Does it like braking and then coasting? Nothing seems to be working in corners like turn 1. Is probably the biggest one in the cutting.
I don't really know what I think I probably coast for a little bit right in the middle of the elbow, because you got to get it. You got to make sure you get to the apex. So I'm trying not to brake too deep to give myself a bit of margin of error, which kind of by definition means I don't need to brake like all the way super deep. So then I'm sitting for that middle part. Yeah. Kind of like you're saying, trying to keep my mid corner speed up as much as possible, while still just like hammering the throttle like right at the apex as soon as possible.
Because I think I've always just assumed, with no experience in a real race car, that the goal is brake, and then as soon as you're off the brake, you're on the throttle, and that's how you race. That's how you go fast, right? But coasting is, I'm starting to realise, it's more important than I thought.
Your brake pressure, because you brake in that straight line, and then you release the brake pressure slightly to give the turning part of the tyre grip. And it's how you do that and how much pressure that you release initially and hold on to it for.
I understand what you mean, JB, because I've thought about that before as well. Like, essentially, you're braking at maximum on the straight path, and then as you're going from the turn into the apex, you're essentially releasing the brake and trail braking, but you're still using some amount of brake right up until, like, the apex, at which point, as soon as you hit zero brake, you should be on some amount of throttle, and then you... sort of the inverse of the brake, you apply small amounts of throttle as you leave the apex until the car's like ready, like you've straight enough and the throttle ends up at full. And essentially any time you spend not either braking or throttle logically should be wasted time, because you could be going faster.
Yeah, that's what my head was at. Yeah.
But I think the trouble is we're not machines and we're not able to do that perfectly. And so I think some corners are easier to navigate if you do coast a little bit in the middle in order to keep your mid-corner speed up. And I think something like the elbow is one where it's quite tricky, like, because it's downhill braking, you can't afford to, like, be late on the brakes at all. And so I think it's worth having, like, a little bit of margin of error, which is where you end up coasting in the middle of the corner. But I think for the most part, most corners, I'm doing what you said. I'm trying to sort of like brake. As soon as I'm off the brake, I'm transitioning to getting on the throttle. I do that in the Formula Ford as well. I'm probably a little bit delayed on the throttle in the Formula Ford, but normally that feels like it just means I've not rotated the car enough. I think I remember there was an episode of Top Gear where Richard Hammond drove a bunch of Formula cars in like a series up to a Formula One car.
Yeah.
And he talked about that, where it's just like, oh, you got to be pushing the car to get the tires warm, which means you've either got to be braking and turning the corner or accelerating. And at one point they were like, oh, you're too slow, like you've...
That was...
oh no, I think no, it wasn't in the middle of the corner. It was hitting the brake.